Good morning, viewers. Welcome to today's episode of Atmosphere of Love. Atmosphere of Love is brought to you by Glorious Marriage International in conjunction with the Marriage Builders. We are happy to bring the show to you this morning, and I remain your presenter, Ola Sumbo, the one that brings the show to you every Wednesday by 10 a.m. And with me, always present in the studio, is the counselor and his wife, is in person of Pastor L.K. Ayodele and his wife, Mrs. Eunice Ayodele. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, two episodes now on power of communication in a happy marriage. So today we are starting the third episode of this particular topic, and I believe it has been helpful in our marriages and in our relationships. We've seen the essence and the importance of communication and the main definition of communication, or let me say the proper definition of communication in relationship. So, moving forward on that particular topic and giving us more knowledge, having more insight on this particular topic, we are moving on to the third episode of this topic. Now, to bring the show to you, I will start with the question I have here with me, and it says, what impact does the presence of a third party have on communication between spouses? The first question will be answered by the counselor himself in person of Pastor LK. And I have a repeat of the question, which says, what impact does the presence of a third party have on communication between spouses? Sir.
When we are saying third party as relates to communication, it depends on the roles that such a third party will play. For example, if there is a logjam, irreconcilable differences that has been causing issues, problem, and fighting in the family. If there is a third party, like one's counselor, that is a knowledgeable married person who want to listen to the two sides and provide solution, their presence between the husband and wife will be very important. But when there is nothing like that, in a normal communication is strictly between the husband and wife. Then children are third party in marriage. If the issue relates or concern children, then this will be brought in the course of communication so that they too they can listen, follow the flow of thought, and be able to adjust according to the dictate or plans of the parent. Apart from that, when there is a third party in between husband and wife, it's not easy for them to have real and useful communication because they may interpret their message or they may have another meaning to their message, and this can be used against them.
Hmm.
And therefore, the best thing is let it be strictly between the husband and wife so that people will not use what they are saying against them or misconstrue them in any form.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ma, on that topic, I mean, on the question of third party interference in communication between spouses, are we saying that when a third party interfere, is it more of the negative aspect, or we have both sides to weigh? And if we find out that the interference between the couple help them more to communicate better, should it be welcome, or should third party not be allowed at all? Yes, ma'am.
from the very beginning of the relationship, couples should plan the method and the style of the running of their home.
Okay.
In most cases, presence of third party will always negate the intention of the couple, more so when that third party is taking side.
Mm.
But when a third party is on the neutral ground, is not taking side with the husband, is not taking side with the wife, their communication, their interference, will help the union. But in most cases, couples will never want to listen even to the advice of a third party that is against their own idea or opinion. And that is where the third party will have to be, excused. Let the husband and wife sort themselves out the way it is best to them. We are not excusing counselor or an intelligent or knowledgeable, experienced third party that can guide them aright, in as much as that person is not taking side. But the intention may be misinterpreted as well.
Mm.
For example, a wife that told the husband, darling, we are short of rice in the house. Other foodstuffs are available, but there's no rice. And their normal method is the husband will buy a bag of rice anytime the one at home is exhausted. But this time around, the husband fails to do accordingly. One day, the mother of the husband now
Comes.
comes to visit. And so the moment the mother uh, got to the office of the man, the husband. So as he's carrying the mother home, he now remember, my wife said there's no rice
Right.
at home. So she now bought a bag of rice. The intention was good, but on getting home, seeing the mother-in-law and the bag of rice, there was a wahala. The wife said, because the mommy now comes to visit, you now remember you should buy rice. Nobody is going to
Mm.
take this rice inside the house. And before the fire could be quenched, the situation was so tense. Therefore, the wife thought, because the husband saw the mother, she now remembers he needs to buy rice. The rice that he has been pressing on him since, and he did not know
Respond.
answer. Therefore, we should allow husband and wife to settle themselves. If they need the interference of a counselor or an experienced third party, the two of them we have to go, because there are many homes that have been ruined based on the fact that the husband will get to office and table the affairs of his home before colleagues. The same thing goes for the wife, before colleagues, before friends, and they will be misdirected, and the fire will totally engulf the home. Therefore, communication is very, very vital. Therefore, it should be handled intelligently and lovingly. We are not saying that husband and wife cannot go ahead without third party, but in case there is need for third party, the two of them should agree. We need to go to counselor, we need to go and see so and so to guide us based on the issue. Do you know there are some issues between husband and wife that is causing problem, but they will not be able to open it up.
Mm.
But if it is between the two of them, they'll be able to iron it out effectively. Therefore, my own conclusion, the reason why they will need third party should be decided by the two of them.
Okay. All right. If the purpose of the third party is something both of them cannot reach an agreement on. For example, the couples are having marital problems, and it's been taking so long that either of them is no longer comfortable with the disagreement, and trying to call the other party to sit and have a conversation on the issue to resolve has not been yielding a positive response. And the party affected thought it or deem it fit to bring someone to mediate or interfere to bring solution to whatsoever they're having in the home. And eventually it's caused more harm than good because the other one insisted that he or she doesn't want the interference of a third party. And if they find it difficult to resolve themselves, then they should call the marriage over. In this kind of situation, what is the best action to be taken by the person affected by this conflict between them?
When one of the party is soliciting for interference of third party and the other one refuses,
Mm,
there is still a way to go or move around the issue to convince the other one. Like she can go to the counselor alone and follow the guide given. Like the counselor has the idea of how issues are being, raised within couples, and so some question will be thrown onto her. When you are communicating, do you yell at your husband? Do you shout at him? Do you show respect? Are you so submissive? Are you loving? Are you caring? And do you do the spelled out instruction as expected?
accepted.
If the other one that is seeing the counselor can follow the guide, definitely the heart of the other person will be softened. And there are situations where the married counselor will even tell the party that comes, that go and do this within the next 2 3 weeks,
Mm,
within the next 1 month, and come back for feedback. And it has worked in some cases. But there are some situations whereby the other one may be a very hard nut to crack, yet the 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 the, the wife or the husband that have gone to the counselor will still have to go back and narrate the situation till the situation will be calm. It is not a serious thing for husband and wife to have misunderstanding, but the area where seriousness now happen is when they find it difficult to resolve. Therefore, I would have suggested that the one that is seeing the counselor should move along the line as is being
counsel.
guided, and little light will be manifesting, will be shown to make sure that as is follow the instruction, solution will come.
Mm,
Therefore, communication is very very important in the way we handle it, the tone, the pitch, loving, say, actions that can convince the other party till we win the battle.
that's true. Thank you very much, sir. Um, Looking at the way communication is being handled in marriages, can we say that one having inferiority complex, can that inferiority complex affect communication between spouses, or what effect exactly can we say that this inferiority complex will or can have on marriages?
Well, thank you. When we are talking of inferiority complex in human being, it's a terrible problem that if either the husband or wife has it, there is no way he or she can flow easily with the other spouse. But let us look at it. When we are talking of inferiority complex, there must be reason or the cause of it. We should fix the problem. If it's because of low education, then you should know. If it's in the case, maybe a man is not having enough money to finance the home and is feeling inferior, we
Mm,
should know. If it's because maybe difference in family background, one with poor background, that is financially poor background, may be feeling inferior to the one that is highly rich in the background. For example, at the point of wedding, the parent of maybe the wife presented them a brand new car with certain cash, a brand new home, and they were there. How do you think that the husband there living there with her will not feel inferior in that setup? Therefore, it is necessary to find out, but there's a solution to every problem. Now, if it's because of low education, then the one that is higher should let that fellow come up. That either you communicate in a dialect or in any way, I'm okay with that. If it is in poor financial background, then the one that is having a rich parent should not pride himself over the other one. And not only that, he or she should not be boasting of what the parent have done for them. And he or she should not exclude the other one from enjoying it. For example, the parent of the wife gave them a brand new car. And anytime the husband must take the car, he must seek permission from the wife. That's too bad. Because you say, my car, it's already the marketing needs. Therefore, if they can fix the problem of inferiority complex, I believe they can communicate. As some people don't know how to express themselves, they are not, it's not because they don't know how to talk, but when they are talking, yes, they are introvert, they are timid in talking to other party. So that may create inferiority complex, but I still believe that the other party should know how to bring the other person up so that they can level up in terms of communication.
Thank you. Yes, sir. On the question of inferiority, now if one of the spouse is dumb, maybe before marriage he or she could speak, but along the line, maybe due to accident or anything coming along, yeah, sickness, illness that is beyond the power of anybody, even the medical personnel could not find solution except for him or her to go dumb. How can communication be smooth between those couples, and how will it flow without having hiccups along the line?
Here we need love and understanding, patience. After all, we read about this fellow Zechariah and Elizabeth in the Bible. When Zechariah had the news about the birth of John the Baptist and he doubted it, he became dumb. But then, for the whole 9 months, they were still together. No rift, no fighting. So I still believe that there must be a way they can communicate. Communication is not only verbal, it could be written, it could be through signs. They can make signs, they can write it down, and by the time they are writing the communication down or what they want to say down, or they can gesticulate it, it's, it's a communication. Like how to drink water. You can show it. I want to drink water. Then the other party will go and fetch water. If it's because I'm hungry, like I say I'm feeling hungry, then
Holding the stomach.
holding the stomach, and then the fellow should give her food or give him food. Therefore, there must be a way of reading the body sign, gesticulation of one another. And not only that, let everything that cannot be gesticulated
Yes.
be written
Written
down.
down.
Then the commission there will be perfect. There will be no cause for inferiority complex at all.
I once have a friend that's a dumb and deaf person,
Hmm.
and we do communicate effectively. Even when you see us talking, you will know that these people are really getting along very well. And the major thing we use is the body language and then the signs of the hands and everything. And we are still friends. Even if I still go to village today, I will still make sure I check on her.
Hmm. Thank you very much. So, communication is not only verbal, it could be done in there are other means whereby messages can be passed to another person. Um, I have the last question here says, is it normal for a spouse to spend his or her comment to suspend, sorry, his or her comment or response until he or she consults his or her parents? Is it normal for a spouse that has something to say, or after being asked some questions or having issues in the home, decide not to alter any statement, decide not to say anything, and says, okay, until I see my mommy or my dad, or he or she travels down to the father or the mother's place to tell them what had transpired between his wife or her husband before she can respond or give a comment on what has happened.
Like you have just spoken now, I will say, I will answer you after I finish my food. Such husband or wife could be seen as baby husband or baby wife. Once you are into marriage, you are expected to be mature, grow up, take responsibility. You are now a new person in your home, in your own foundation of love, whereby you grow, you adjust, and you weather the storm, whatever may. It is not a good thing to seek for advice, but when you and your spouse are talking or you are discussing issues, you don't need to wait till you see your parents. What they have given to you when they are training you, when they are nursing you, when they are nurturing you, should be enough for you. And there is also opportunity for you to cite occasions of, cite issues, how you can handle some situations that arises by, getting from their experience. But it won't be when your husband or your wife is now, chatting with you now. It means such person is going home to collect wisdom, result or reply. It is it's a type of abuse for people that do not answer according to the time. But notwithstanding, if you ask your husband a question and he doesn't seem to give you an answer on time, that is not a weakness. You may want to ruminate over it, you may want to think on it before he gives you the answer. That one is still allowed. Not that you want to go and see somebody. The same thing is applicable to wife. Because at times some people can just answer questions and the other party will say, did you even think at all before you reply me such? Therefore, we need to get along very well with ourselves. And most of the time, by the time you have related for so long, even the answer you are to give, your partner will already have the ear of it. Therefore, let there be love. When we are discussing, we should not be fearful, we should be open, we should express ourselves as natural as possible and as loving as possible.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Marriage, as he said, is not for babies, it's for matured mind. Can we now say, if the husband and wife want to have affairs with each other, can they one say, please let me call my mother first? Maybe I should go ahead. That is foolishness. Or they want to maybe invest in something. For the two of them to brainstorm themselves and do it, let me consult my parent.
Mm.
That I believe is not good enough. By that, they're exposing themselves to other party.
Mm.
Because the parent might be, oh, they may be happy. Oh, my children, they want to start building a house. And I've said they should start. They have started the building and they will not finish it.
Mm.
So that is why we should be able to be mature in communication. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you very, very much. With this, we come to the end of today's show on Atmosphere of Love this Wednesday morning. Now, the tip of the day says all barriers to communication must be removed if a spouse will have meaningful progress in their marriage. All barriers to communication must be removed if spouse will have meaningful progress in their marriage. For further inquiry, you can reach out to us via 08033070986. I repeat, 08033070986. If you have been blessed with this program and you would like to support us to reach out to more people via your money, any contribution, it could be gadgets, it could be anything possible the Lord has laid in your heart to help us with to reach out to more people. You can send whatever you have to us through this account number 101 6427 960. I repeat, 101 642 7960, and the bank is UBA, and the account name is the Glorious Marriage International. And if it's other materials, once you reach out to the counselor's line, we will be able to get it through any other medium you want to send the message. Thank you for being a part of today's show. God bless you. See you same time next week. Bye.